Hello my lovelies. Today I want to give you guys some more information about how to properly prepare your wraps to wear them. One super important thing that really upped my wrap game was properly knowing how to break in my wraps. Now by breaking in, that means softening the fibers. Most wraps are going to come to you and be pretty crunchy. So it's not going to be as flexible, it's not going to be as moldable, it's not going to be that amazing love. It's going to take a little bit of work. But you can actually go ahead and start breaking in your wrap a couple of different ways. So you don't have to go ahead and just kind of fumble through for a little while and figure it out. The first thing you want to do when you get your wrap is to actually go ahead and wash it. I know this seems so counterintuitive because you got this beautiful brand new wrap and it's so fun, it's so lovely, and everything is wonderful, but you want to go ahead and wash it. It's going to make a huge difference to just moisten up those fibers and just make it a little bit easier to start that molding process. You want to make sure, wash it, use good quality detergent, it doesn't have any colorants in it, it needs to be free of everything. You're going to want to hang dry it. Now your wrap is going to take a minute to dry. It's not going to be this instantaneous, oh my goodness, it's going to be dry in 2 hours type thing. If it's 2 days, it's not that big of a deal. It depends on what care you have for how long it actually does take to dry. So do not worry about that at all. It will dry. In the winter or you're in a moist climate, it's going to take a little bit longer, but it will dry. It will be okay. Anyway, so what you can do next is going ahead, or if you want to veto going ahead and starting with washing your hair as soon as you get it because you're so excited to wear it, you're going to want to go ahead and iron your wrap. Now you want to do it on a cool setting and you're just going to iron over the entire thing. And that's actually going to help to break down those fibers a little bit, give it a little bit more of that moldability. It's going to help so much. Now there are 3 ways that you can go ahead and continue to break down your wrap even more. Now you have the choice of daisy chaining, doing a donut, or breaking it in using rings. The rings are actually my favorite to use because I was just on the phone, on hold, just going up and down with them. So I'm going to show you the rings first. The wrap that I am going to use to demo on today is my Lenny and Lamb fan. This is Peacock's Tail Bubbles. It is so pretty. It's the absolute most gorgeous pastel ever. And guys, this thing took me forever to break in, forever to get it super soft, and it's still not 100% broken in yet. It is my least used wrap. I have a really hard time with wovens myself, so I cater more to the Made Eyes and those guys, but this is the easiest one to demo on. So when you order your wrap, I highly suggest going ahead and getting 2 rings for it. This is so awesome because you can do so many fancy finishes with it, but it's great to start off and be able to help break your wrap in. This was so much easier once I had the rings. It's so much more effective to use the rings, in my opinion. You take the end of your wrap, so you want to start at the end. Try to make sure that it's kind of flat, because then it's going to be a little bit easier for you to go ahead and pull through. So you're going to open up these, and then you're going to flip this one over one loop and out the other. So then it's just hooked. See, just hooked. And then you're going to pull it through. And you want to start off a little bit easy when you first get your wrap because it's going to be uber crunchy. So just having this little bit of friction is going to be a little bit harder than how it looks right now when I'm doing it. When you have gotten it broken in more, so this is actually already pretty soft, you're going to want to go ahead and take it and loop it through again. So I just pulled the tail through so that it is now like this. And you're going to take it and you're going to pull. This is as difficult as it looks, but it's good for it to be difficult because it's legitimately breaking in the carrier. So you really want to give good tugs to it. Yeah, if you try to actually keep the wrap to where this part is a little bit easier to get through, so it's flatter, it's gonna make it a lot easier. I have it kind of just slopped on there. Let's be honest. But you guys are getting the gist of how this works. You're gonna kind of play with it a little bit But it's okay that it's hard, as I said, because you do want to actually have the friction. The friction is what breaks the wrap in. So literally, you can just keep doing that, like while you're watching TV, while you're on doing hold music, while your baby is napping. There is tons of stuff that you can do, just kind of take up time in your day. And actually, it's a pretty great arm workout. So the second way that I want to show you is actually daisy chaining. Now, I actually learned how to daisy chain with extension cords. My dad always daisy chained extension cords, so this made it like super easy for me to start doing without too much difficulty. So you want to go ahead, take your hand, make a little hole. Stick your hand through said hole, like so. Grab the piece and pull through. So you have a little chain. You go back in, grab the wrap, and pull through. And then you're going to keep repeating this pattern of pulling out, grabbing, making a loop, grabbing the end of the wrap, and pulling through. So you're just going to keep doing that, but this is actually very, very loose. You want it to be absolutely as tight as possible because you want that friction. You want the friction. It is going to help soften up the fibers. So I'm going to show you how to do it like quite a bit tighter. You're going to take it, going to loop it, shove your hand through, and pull, and just literally just an itty bit out, just a little bit out every time. You want them to be as small as possible so that you're really able to have the friction. You might get your hand a little chafed up, it'll be okay. But yeah, just keep going at it. I will say that for me, the most satisfying part is this. So that's something to really enjoy. Fly away, fly away, fly away. Okay, so the third way that you guys can work on breaking in your wrap is actually tying it into a donut. Now, this is a lot of work. So you gotta sit down, be patient. It'll be okay. You're gonna wanna start off with holding your hand flat and making a loop. Now, as I said, this one is a size 6, so it's actually pretty long. So you wanna start with like a bigger loop. And then, you gotta guesstimate, and you'll figure it out for like the third or fourth time that you do it, how big you actually need to have your loop. So what you're gonna do is simply reach your hand through and pull it through. Now with this, you want to use some force, you want to hear that noise because you want to hear your wrap breaking in. And you're just going to keep going through. Now you want to go ahead and try to keep your wrap kind of open so that you actually just get more of the fibers to rub against each other and thus break in. Reach back through and pull. Definitely, as you can tell, this actually like legitimately looks like a donut. So look at my donut. I made a donut. Donut. Okay, now I really want a donut. I'm gonna go get a donut, guys. I'm gonna go get a donut. Just kidding. Okay. Actually, no, I'm not kidding. I'm seriously, I'm gonna go find a donut. But back to the point at hand. I hope you guys really enjoyed the information I had to share today. I hope you super enjoy. Yeah, just me. Okay, bye.